You're welcome to Business English Solutions with Gifts Chidi Onwuta. On today's episode, we are going to look at how you can master scenario-based questions in interviews. We are providing you today with the strategies and the techniques of handling scenario-based questions. Today, we are going to look at the topics we are going to run through are understanding scenario-based questions, the common scenario-based questions, and the themes that are being asked around. We're going to look at the effective strategy for answering scenario-based questions, then preparing for scenario-based interviews, and the common mistakes people make during this interview section and how to avoid them. So let's look at what is scenario-based questions. They are hypothetical questions that describe a realistic situation or problem, which requires you to explain how you would handle them in real life situation. Sometimes you go to the interview, they paint a picture or create a problem, and they expect you to explain to them how you could solve such problem in real life situation. That is scenario-based question. They are actually designed to test your problem solving, decision making, and interpersonal skills in job-related context. Again, they are designed to test your behavioral traits. They want to actually know how you behave, especially when it comes to work pressure, when it comes to team working. So that is why employers use scenario-based questions to select the best candidates. Let's look at the types of scenario-based questions, or around which theme scenario-based questions are drawn. The first one is conflict resolution. They want to know how you can handle conflict effectively because it helps to maintain positive work relationships. Then, task prioritization is another area scenario-based questions are thrown. They want to know how you can prioritize tasks, especially when you have multitask with strict deadlines. So how do you actually prioritize them? Then it tests your ability to manage difficult clients. In our workplaces, you meet people that are very challenging. They come with various problems and they must be satisfied in order to remain, relevant. So effectively managing difficult clients is what employers are looking for. Someone that has the ability to manage or to deal with difficult situations. Then teamwork is another area that they draw scenario-based question from, because working well within a team fosters collaboration. So there is no single individual that could do a work very well. So we operate in teams. So they want to know how you can collaborate with others in order to promote productivity. Why do employers use scenario-based questions? First of all, they use it to assess your practical skills. Scenario-based questions help employers to evaluate your ability to apply knowledge in real work situations effectively. Sometimes we get trained in particular areas, we have knowledge, but bringing that knowledge into practice becomes another issue. So employers want to know how you can translate your knowledge in real work situations effectively. They want to understand your behavioral traits. These questions reveal how you behave and how you respond to pressure and how you respond to teamwork settings. Then these questions are used to test how you can handle challenges. Employers assess how you manage workplace challenges by throwing work-related scenario-based questions to you, especially in dynamic environments. How do you handle scenario-based questions? The main strategy of handling it is to use the STAR method or the STAR approach. STAR is an acronym that stands for S is situation, T is task, A is action, and R is result. Let's take them one after the other. The situation. So you need to describe the problem. You need to describe the situation that you're being asked to bring into real life situation. So in that situation, if they give you any particular question, repeat that question in relating it to work context. Then T is explain what needed to be done. A means that say what you did. Then R, share the positive outcome of your actions. So we're going to take these things, we're going to use a good examples to illustrate it. Let me give you a topic, a scenario-based question. Tell me about a time when you had to handle multiple urgent tasks to complete. When you had multiple tasks to complete, how did you handle it? That is a scenario-based question. Tell me about a time when you had multiple urgent tasks to complete. How did you handle them? Then let's look at the STAR method. The first one is a situation. You need to describe this hypothetical question. Describing it in this sense, you say, at my previous job as an administrative assistant, I had 3 urgent requests come in at the same time. A report for management, travel arrangement for a senior staff member, and a last-minute meeting setup. These are 3 multitask facing an individual with strict timeline. What is the task? What needed to be done? I needed to complete all the 3 tasks accurately and within tight deadlines without compromising quality. That is the task. What is the action you did? You carried out. I quickly assessed the urgency and the impact of each task. I prioritized the management report first because it was time sensitive and impacted a board meeting that afternoon. After that, I arranged the travel booking and then delegated meeting setup tasks to a colleague. Have you seen it? You have used, prioritization to know what to do first, what action to follow, and what you can delegate, because it's not everything you need to do by yourself. Then what is the result? All tasks were completed on time, and the manager commended me for efficiency and clear communication about priorities. See, you have been given a tap at the back for prioritizing well. Now let's look at another scenario-based question. Give me an example of a time that you worked as a team to achieve a goal. Give me an example of a time you worked as a team to achieve a goal. That is the scenario-based question. How do you answer it? Remember, I say use the STAR method, the STAR approach. The first one is the situation. What is the situation? You have to describe it. Describe this problem. At college, I was a part of a group project developing marketing presentation. Initially, our ideas clashed and deadlines were sleeping. You have described the problem. What did you do? What should have been done? I needed to help bring the team together to meet our submission deadline and ensure everyone contributed fairly. That is the task. What action did you take? I suggested we divide tasks on strengths. One person handling research, another person visuals, and I coordinated timelines. I also scheduled short time meeting to track progress and resolve issues early. That is the action you have taken. And what is the result? We completed the project ahead of schedule, and our group received one of the top grades in the class. My lecturer praised our teamwork and organization. Have you seen how you have handled it? So we need to stay relevant and concise in handling scenario-based questions during the interview. Address the question directly. Avoid irrelevant information. Show clarity of thought. Need to show the interviewer that you understood the question. You understood it clearly and use effective communication to address your question. Respect the interviewer's time. Remember that scenario-based questions last for like 60 seconds. So you go straight avoid any storytelling. Go straight to the question and answer. If peradventure you don't know that particular question, go up. Instead of answering something that is relevant, tell them that you are not comfortable or you don't know it. You must not answer all the questions. Then, how do you prepare for scenario-based question? The first thing is, if you are able to get invitation for interview, Endeavor to research the company's website, understand the company's values, and align your responses during interview effectively. Identify the company's challenges. Sometimes they draw their scenario-based questions based on the challenges, based on the issues that the company, is going through. So recognize the challenges the company faces to anticipate scenario-based questions accurately. Then tailor your answers to the job demands. You need to practice scenario-based questions, refine your answers, try to do a mock interview. Remember, it's not easy to get an invitation for interview. Sometimes you can apply for 50 jobs, and out of that 50, you are just getting 2 interviews. So make sure you don't waste that opportunity. So do mock interviews. It allows you to improve responses to common interview questions. And when you prepare and practice, it boosts your confidence. Practicing interviews builds, confidence and reducing anxiety during the re-interview process. Then sometimes you could ask a friend to listen to you, to ask you some of the common scenario-based questions and receive constructive feedback from them. What are the common mistakes you must avoid in dealing with scenario-based questions? Focus on the main problem. Don't deviate. Don't bring in anything that is irrelevant to the contest. Demonstrate understanding. If you answer question, if you don't understand it, tell them you don't understand it. Don't try to attempt what you don't know. So demonstrate understanding and maintain a problem-solving mindset. In scenario-based question, they are not really testing your knowledge. They are testing your problem-solving skills, your conflict management skills, and your analytical skills. So you have to, show good understanding of the question and prepare thoughtfully. Thorough preparation helps you reduce anxiety and showcases your strength in any interview scenario. So if you're having any issue, endeavor to contact us, send us email. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to our video so that you will receive relevant teachings in the coming weeks. Until the next time, have a lovely time and bye.